All right, welcome back. Appreciate everyone's waiting while we're getting things set up for our League of Legends match. So for those of you that have recently joined the stream, you're watching Marietta College Esports. I am Matt Williamson.
And I'm Dylan Poles.
And so we had our Overwatch match earlier today, and the Pioneers did fell 0-2. Lourdes is just a fantastic team this semester. I don't know what changes they made, but there were definitely some the May walls that they were able to use was quite effective.
Split the team apart.
But enough of Overwatch. Let's talk about League of Legends, shall we? We do have the lobby set up for that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the roster for the League of Legends team because we'll probably be getting this going very, very, very soon. So in the top lane, we have MC Cressman, Scott Cressman. In the jungler, we have MC Nox, Lucas Danford. Mid lane will be MC Brimstone, Ian Darling. AD carries MC Larson, Brandon Larson. Support is MC Cowboy, David Stratton. Our sub is MC Moon, Kevin Jung. And then our coach is Drake Newsom. All right. So this should also be a pretty exciting match. Lourdes is once again, their League of Legends team is undefeated this semester. I think most of them are diamond rank, so they've really stepped it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our Pioneers, they are going off their win from yesterday against Valpo Esports. So that was a 2-1 win, but that last win was a very decisive victory. And it was kind of one of those where, why haven't they been playing like that all semester? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
let's hope that carries over, right?
Yes, we want that to carry over for this matchup. I think we're just waiting for one more person to get in the lobby, and then we will have this game underway. So while we're waiting, just a couple of reminders we mentioned during the Overwatch match, but we'll mention again for those who have recently joined. We do have an Overwatch match later on today, but we cannot broadcast it because it is during Overwatch League. But our PUBG team will be playing tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We will not be broadcasting it, but we'll host it. But please be sure to go to twitch.tv/collegiatepubg to check that out. The Pioneers are currently ranked 4th in the country. That's right, let me repeat that. 4th in the country.
Yeah.
So, you definitely want to check that out. If you like chicken dinners, there's going to be chicken all over the place.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. If you're hungry, you're going to be fed.
Oh, now, I'm getting hungry now, thank you. It's almost dinner time.
I know.
But okay, so we have that going on. Tuesday, our Fortnite team will be playing in the NACE competition. And I just see that the last person has joined the lobby. So I'm going to make sure all the audio is set up because we might actually be getting into Champ Select very soon. I don't think we need Pro Draft because both teams are in CLAW right now. And League Unlocked is still enabled for those that participate in CLAW. For those who don't know what League Unlocked is, you have access to all the champions. So you don't need anything like Pro Draft.
Mm-hmm.
We need to figure out a way to get League Unlocked set up. I know there are actually some like internet land or cafes and esports teams or rooms that have League Unlocked. So
that's actually really cool.
I need to put that on my to-do list. All right, both sides are ready, so we may actually be getting into Champ Select soon. Marietta is on the blue side. Yeah, here we go. Champ Select.
We are off.
All right. So Marion is going to take out Olaf, very strong jungler.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Not a problem.
This Fortune is also a very strong ADC. I know Larson played that yesterday for one of the games. Aphelios is another one of those, like, overall he's pretty good. But so far, 2 targets in the bot lane, or at least the ADC. We're going to see the Ornbeam band. Very good engager. Nice tank.
Mm-hmm. Good ult.
Very good ult. If you get like a 3-person knockup with one of
yeah.
I mean, that's what Marietta was able to do yesterday against Valpo. Just like a 4-person ult, and then just keep throwing their ults and everything just kind of fell into place. Mm-hmm. And we see the Yumi and Set also being banned. Set is a very strong top laner.
Set is a monster.
Yes. Now we'll see what Marietta decides to go with for their first pick. And they're going to probably pick Sejuani. Nox really does like this champion. Got some great ults yesterday in our CLOL match. And Lourdes is hovering over the Darius, so they might lock that in. Oh, now they're going to switch to
Mordekaiser.
Okay. We haven't seen Mordekaiser late. Like earlier this year, Mordekaiser was like one of those, if you don't ban it, you first pick it.
Yeah.
But I think he's gotten some nerfs, but he's still relevant, but I haven't seen him as much, so this will be interesting. And it looks like they may be hovering over... Oh, they were looking at the Trundle, but decided to go ahead and take the Ezreal. They want that in the bot lane. So now Marietta has some options, so they can go ahead and counter the top lane if they want to. They know what Lourdes' AD is, so they could try to go ahead and get some counter picks for that. Or maybe they want to private pick something else. At least if I were them, I would try to get the... Oh! Ooh! Gangplank. Gangplank is fun. He's very fun. So interested they're gonna play that into Mordekaiser. I think he's a good matchup. I mean, he's got a little bit of the range, the barrels, so he can keep his distance from Mordekaiser so he doesn't get like clubbed to death. And Marietta will go ahead and grab Braum for support. Cowboy did have some success with that yesterday, so he's going to keep that. So now we'll see what Lourdes decides to go with next. Maybe they'll take the Trundle for jungle. They were highlighted earlier, and no, looks like they're maybe going for a Nautilus in the bot lane. Nautilus is very annoying with his hooks.
Yeah. She's able to hook a hero. Heck.
That and his ults with the depth charge, just being able to knock someone up is pretty good.
And even if he hooks and burns and flash, I mean...
An interesting choice there. Marietta decided to ban the Trundle. They knew that Lourdes was thinking about it, and they almost locked it in, so they decided, you know what? You were thinking about Trundle? We're not going to let you take it. Then we see Lucian and Senna being banned, so more 80 targets trying to ban out Larson. In fact, yeah, 3 of their 5 bans. Sorry, I can't do math today. They're all targeting the bot lane. What Mary decides to focus on next. Yeah, I guess they're gonna go with the Rise. So they must have seen something with maybe with their mid playing Rise or something, but we'll see what they go with next. I would expect her. Okay, so they're gonna go with the Jarvan for jungle since they can't get Trundle. So now all that's left is to pick the carries. What do we see here? I mean, Brimstone likes to play Syndra, so we might see that. We might see into Veigar. Brimstone likes that too. And they do log into Veigar. So now, what would be the ADC for Larson? Wait, is he seriously? I was about to say, is he really going to go with Corki? But that would have been very interesting. But hovering over the Jhin to play against Ezreal. But no, he might be. He had a good game yesterday with the Varus. And goes with the Kalista at the last second. And right now, let's see here. They're just looking at options for a mid, and it looks like they're going to go with the Yasuo mid to go up against Veigar. Very interesting here. I mean, I guess the wind wall can be used for blocking the like Veigar's Q, but he can also kind of dash away. Still interesting. I would think that if you're going to go up against a Veigar, that you would want something a bit more range. I mean, you do have the tornado knockups, but it's an interesting choice, I guess. I would not have picked that going to Veigar, but that's just me. But then again, this is coming from the unranked, like level 61 League of Legends player.
I'm only level 12, so you beat me a little out.
Yeah, but I've had the game for like almost 10 years now, and I'm still at level 61.
You're busy.
To be fair, it took some. It used to be capped at level 30, and it took some efforts to get to level 30. And then like as soon as I hit level 30, it's like, okay, I hit it, I'm done. And then I didn't play for like 3 years.
But it's funny they kept it at level 30.
Oh yeah, I mean that was like the cap, and like there was other ways to advance your characters. Like you get runes and then your masteries. But it wasn't like it's not like an MMO where you can further empower your heroes beyond the level cap. But that was level 30 was kind of like saying, okay, if you hit level 30, then you've played enough of the game that you should know what you're doing at this point. And then they changed the structure so that you can get like champion rewards beyond that. But it's not like you get any stronger if you hit level 30. It's just more like, okay, how much time have you played the game and how much of a social life you don't have?
Yeah, exactly. I feel that.
All right, so we're still in spectator delay. So a couple of reminders we mentioned earlier that tonight our PUBG team will be playing at 9 o'clock. So please be sure to check that out at twitch.tv/collegiatepubg.
The Marietta PUBG.
Oh,
Fourth in the country.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Last week they were 5th, so they've improved.
They've went up. I mean, in the entire country. I mean, there's a lot of colleges in the country, so that's pretty big. So,
and then Tuesday, our Fortnite team will be playing the NACE competition, so we'll be broadcasting that. And then PUBG plays again on Thursday at 9 o'clock, and that might actually. Oh! I almost forgot. We have our Rainbow Six match. Now, right now it's scheduled for Friday, 8:30. That might change. We'll have to see. Spring break's coming up, so that's going to make schedule a little wonky. So we'll have the schedules formally announced once we figure it out. So make sure to follow us on social media, so that way you'll know when those matches are coming up. So you can go to @Marietta Esports on Twitter, facebook.com/Marietta College Esports. You can even go to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/Marietta College Esports for all of our broadcasts. We still got about 45 seconds left in the delay. So while we are waiting for that, I mentioned this during the Overwatch match, and I'm going to announce it again. We do have our official team store up, courtesy of BSN Sports. So if you ever think to yourself, man, I wish I had a Marietta College Esports t-shirt. Well, I have some good news for you, my friend. We have that available now. So you can go to bit.ly/MCBSN, that's in all caps, and you could get that Marietta College Esports t-shirt. Or if you prefer a long sleeve shirt, or pants, or shorts, or hoodies, or backpacks, that's all available. So please be sure to check that out. A portion of each sale will go directly to the esports program, so this is a great fundraiser for us. We've already have several orders, so we thank you so much for all of you who purchased something. I purchased some things. I mean, I got a hoodie, and I don't wear hoodies, but I thought it was awesome, so I got one anyway.
I'm going to be getting one myself.
Now, the big trick to this, though, is you have to place your orders in by Monday, March 9th. So you, if you're watching the stream live, you still have a little over a week to do it. But after March 9th, you will not be able to place an order. Also, all orders will be shipped after March 9th as well. So you still got a week. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, you better go do it now, because you're going to only have like 1 day to take care of it. All right, so we are underway. So game 1 of Marietta College versus Lourdes University. Marietta's on the blue side, Lourdes is on the red side. And we'll see if there are any interesting shenanigans that go on here. I think yesterday, I don't know if you watched the broadcast or not, but we had like both teams doing an invade. So like one team would go to the, like they basically went to each other's red side jungles. Or was it the blue side jungles? No, I can't remember. I think it was the red side jungles. And they basically just, there was like this double invade, and no one caught each other because they were invading at the same time. It was so weird. You're literally looking at like a mirror setup.
Yeah.
And we're already seeing a lot of exchange going on in the top lane.
Mordekaiser's getting a little aggressive.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's already about half health, so he's gonna have to back away. And we do see that Lourdes was able to get a ward down in Marietta's red jungle, but that'll go away in a few minutes. But Nox is gonna have to be aware of that. That will give away his positioning until that ward expires. But yeah, that double invade, like I've never seen anything like that before. It was just like, it was so in sync with each other. It's almost like they planned it. So we're gonna see typical things. Everyone's starting on the right side. Sejuani gets pinged out. Nox is gonna be aware of this, but that's okay. Yeah, and that's tornado, that cube from Yasuo is definitely poking down Brimstone pretty hard. And that's another reason why right there Yasuo was actually a good pick into it, because Yasuo can dash. So like if he can dash away while the gate is being formed, he's not going to get hit by the stun.
Yeah, it's just all about timing at that point.
Now,
But yeah, that is really good for me.
now we do see Jarvan in the top lane looking for a possible gank, but Cressman is not going to be able to push through. He didn't have any vision of Jarvan. Now he's going to get vision, and he's going to get pulled in by Jarvan and actually flashes away.
I think that was good use of the flash though. He was about the...
Oh yeah, he had to. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got pulled in by Mordecai. So if he didn't burn the flash, he would have been dead. So great
good
job.
gank out of there. Good flash.
Yeah, and he was aware of it because of the ward. He had the ward down, so he saw that Jarvan was there. He was actually trying to get away. But yeah, good job there. But now he is going to be vulnerable for another potential gank. And right now, it's somewhat... I mean, Lourdes is ahead by about 300 gold. And we're seeing a double flash in the mid lane. Yasuo flashes in to try to make a play. And Brimstone will flash away to avoid the damage. Now we're going to see some training going on here. And Jarvan's getting stunned, and he's going to have to get away.
Very low.
Actually, he
stuff, yeah.
flashed. We didn't see it there,
Yeah,
but
we
he
didn't.
did have to flash away so he didn't die.
Not spectating.
Yeah, it's supposed to go where the action is, not leave.
That's a good part too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he did have to burn his flash and get out of there. Looks like nothing too crazy at the start. No wild shenanigans.
Not yet, at least. I mean, the junglers are at level 4, so once they both hit level 6, I think we're going to start seeing some action.
Once those ults are ready.
We see Nox going down to his Krugs. I mean, if Larson gets pushed in a little bit, we may see a play there.
Do you see on the top lane now, Mordecai almost double the CP
Yeah, so
so far.
and that's where we're seeing a lot of the difference. I mean, the difference is in the gold right now. It's only 200, but a lot of it is that difference in the top lane being ahead by about, well, it's only about 15 CS, but
Yeah.
that can snowball if he's not careful. I think once Cressman is able to get his barrels going, that's going to give him some more wave clear.
Yeah, that's gonna really help out.
I think the biggest gap is going to be in the mid lane, because if we see right now, Yasuo's ahead by only 13 CS, but he's going to still be a problem for Brimstone. But the one thing that Brimstone does have in his favor is his stacking AP. So every time his Q gets a killing blow on a minion or it lands on a champion, he's going to gain some permanent AP. So if he can farm that, he can become very powerful. But now we see Yasuo burning his ult, and Brimstone is going to pop his barrier to avoid the ignite ticks. Great play there. That would have given a first blood to Yasuo if it weren't for that barrier.
Yeah, he is just able to escape. So he's going to channel out of there. Get his health back.
Yeah, we see Nox going to go in because there's a wave crashing into the tower, so Nox will take that, so that way they don't, at least Brimstone won't get the CS, but at least someone will be able to pick that up. And now we're going to see a lane swap. Very interesting. Like, Marietta did this last... it is in the last match yesterday. But usually you do it after you take the dragon. So, this is... They did a lane swap to get control of the Rift Herald. But since they haven't taken the dragon yet, this could mean that they're going to concede the dragon for Rift Herald. We'll see how this plays out. So pings are coming out. So they're going to see that Cressman did swap to the bottom. So they are going to be able to push out Mordekaiser, but that also means that Ezreal and Nautilus will be able to push out Cressman, which means they're going to have control of that Mountain Drake. And we're going to see Jarvan going in, and the Nautilus, and they all just pretty much jump up onto Brimstone, and First Blood will go to Lourdes. Cressman burns his ult to try to help, but just a little too late. See a little bit of vision battle going on here in the top lane. And Mordekaiser's trying to get some damage onto Braum.
Otherwise, the burn is flash gathered, but Mordekaiser is trying to finish this off.
He actually used his ult to basically take Braum into the Shadow Realm and was able to finish him off there. And with that, Lourdes was able to secure the dragon while that was going on. There was nothing that Marietta could have done. That's the thing about the lane swap. It is a high risk, high reward. Like, I personally would have made sure dragon was taken care of first before doing the lane swap, because otherwise you're basically giving up the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, it is very risky. I mean, if you pull it off, kudos to you, but
it looks like they're going to try to make a play for the Rift Herald. And they're going to have to try to go for it. I mean, that's the whole reason why they did the lane swap in the first place.
Especially losing that Inferno Tree.
But we're going to see Marietta's going to start up and Yasuo is going to start coming in. Ezreal actually hits Nox, and now Marietta will have to retreat. And Nox has to flash away, but Yasuo will get him down. Brimstone gets the stun onto Mordekaiser, but Nautilus comes in with the hook onto Brimstone, and he's going to have to pop Barry again and flash away. But Jarvan's going to get the kill on it, and Cowboy's going to go down, and Larsen's all that's left. So it's a 4-for-0, and Lourdes can take the Rift Herald. So that lane swap was not at all the way Marietta wanted it to go.
Yeah, they got a 4-for-0, and they lost Rift Herald and Inferno.
We're now about 10 minutes in the game, and that is going to give Lourdes practically a 4,000 gold lead. And if Marietta is not careful, this game can end very early on. They're trying to catch the Nautilus, but they don't really have a whole lot of damage. Oh, I take that back. There's Larsen. I didn't see Larsen there, and they're at least able to get a kill onto Nautilus. Although, interesting that Cressman burned his ult up there. That might have been unnecessary. And Yasuo's going to get stunned, but he's going to dash away before Brimstone, I think it's his W. I can't remember what the gate is, the W or the E, but the one where the blast comes down the ground goes off.
Mordekaiser is low, but Cressman's to watch out.
He actually has to flash away. Mordekaiser's, I mean, he just has the ninja boots and a Doran shield, and he's just able to sustain a lot of health. Yasuo uses all onto Brimstone and now he's got a killing spree. 303 Yasuo is extremely scary. You see Larsen trying to get onto Ezreal, and Jarvan will just use Cataclysm and finish him off himself. Cowboy's going to try to get away, but Nautilus is going to flank him, and there's no way Cowboy's going to be able to survive this. So Lourdes is just doing a really good job with collapsing onto Marietta, and they just don't have a good way to respond just yet. They do some of the Rift Herald, and they were able to take the first turret. Mordekaiser is popping his ult. It's basically taking out Cowboy, at least moved him out, but he will come back into the realm. And the Brawl Maul will come out. But Cowboy's extremely low in health. Larson's going to try to get some damage onto Mordekaiser and does get the shutdown, but he's extremely low himself. Ezreal's going to flash in and get the kill onto Larson. And Nox with a great ult, and he'll get the kill onto Ezreal. So right now it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Marietta. And that's the kind of trading that they need. At least winnable trades if they're going to come back.
Yeah, one-on-ones are going to be difficult for Marietta at this moment in time. But 2-for-1s is free game.
Yeah, because I mean, right now Marietta is still down by almost 6,000 gold. So they're going to have to get those kind of favorable trades. And Lourdes is going to start up the Ocean Drake. I don't think there's that much that Marietta can do. Nox may try to go in for a steal, but I think they're just going to have to concede it. Yasuo was there, already disrupted Nox. There's nothing that Nox could have done there.
Will soon fall.
We do see that the remaining Drakes will be Inferno, and that's going to make the Drakes very interesting because it's going to be a lot of contention there. So I would expect a team fight in the next 4.5 minutes. Now we're seeing Nox trying to get the jump onto Yasuo and try to get his stun. The wall actually helps negate it, and Nox has to flash away, but Yasuo's going to flash onto him and actually get the kill. And Yasuo just isn't taking that much damage. And we see Jarvan trying to get onto Brimstone. It actually pops the Cataclysm, and Brimstone can't try to flash away. He actually flashed into the Cataclysm, but he will survive. You see some things coming out. Yasuo knows that Nox is there, because Yasuo's just trying to steal a bit of Nox's jungle. But Yasuo will just use his ult Nox, and no one's there to help him, and he's probably going to go down. Jarvan's going to go in to get the engage, and so is Mordekaiser, and actually steals the kill from Yasuo. Like, Nox needed some help there, and no one from Marietta went there to actually help him out, so they just kind of left him there to die. Now you have a 404 Yasuo, already one completed item. He's going to be extremely scary.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Mordekaiser, it looks like he takes the top turret.
We're at 16.5 minutes into the game, but Lourdes has a commanding lead of over 7,000 gold, or practically 7,000 gold, and they do take the next Rift Herald. So if we look at where those gold differences are, I mean, Yasuo has now over 8,000 gold, And we even see Ezreal's ahead of Callista by about 400 gold. And we see Mordekaiser is ahead by 1100 gold over Crespin. And even Jarvan's ahead by about 1700 gold over Sejuani. So, I mean, it's just over the board that every single person on Lourdes is ahead in gold with their respective counterpart for Marietta. We do see the engage onto Braum. He's going to have to leap away, but he's already at half health. Infernal Drake is in 40 seconds, and we do see a possible dive into the bottom lane. We see Yasuo's in position. But Sejuani will try to clear some vision. And even Jarvan's nearby, so yeah, I think they're looking for a possible engage. The Nautilus hook does not connect. I think if it did, they would have had an all-in team fight.
And it was going to be on Cowboy, I believe, so.
And they do summon the Rift Herald, so they're looking to try to clear out this turret. Teleport's going to come in. Turret comes down, Cataclysm has fallen. Sejuani will use the ult, and a great knockback. But Nox will go down. A good stun by Brimstone does get the shutdown onto Yasuo, but Brimstone's going to get hooked by Nautilus, so right now it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Lourdes. Although Marietta's trying to get some damage onto that Mordekaiser. So Marietta will continue to try to fight back. But Ezra will get Crespin down and Solo Larson, and all that's left up is Cowboy, so it's a 4-for-1 in favor of Lourdes. So it looks like they're just going to finish this tower and then go straight for Dragon.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Or they're going to continue pushing. Never mind, they're going to fall back now.
Maybe they're looking for any stragglers.
Well, Cowboy was the only straggler at that point.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, they almost were able to get back into that fight, but they went behind the lines and they were able to get Larson down, and there went most of the damage for the Pioneers.
Team has slain the dragon.
And we see Yasuo is just basically soloing Brimstone, although Marietta's going to try to get a kill onto him, but Yasuo's going to get away. Ezra will use the ult and get Nox extremely low. Has to flash away to survive.
And they're actually just going to get to work on this mid tower. Probably will take it. Yeah.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And they're already pinging out the Barons. They're going to go straight for it, because Nox is going to have to go back and heal at the fountains. He's probably not going to be able to get there in time to try to contest the Baron.
Yeah, so now we see all 5 Lords contesting on Baron. It does look like they probably are going to take this no contest. Marietta does not look like they're going to try to steal it. Yep, so red team does take Baron.
And we see they're just trying to chase down Mary to see if they can catch anyone, and they might be looking for Cowboy. But they will actually go all out onto Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is going to try to take out Cowboy by himself. He's very low. Braum ult does come out to knock up Mordekaiser, and he's going to use his stopwatch. But then the rest of Lourdes is going to follow suit. But they do get the shutdown onto Mordekaiser, but 2 for Marietta have already fallen. The rest have to retreat.
Yeah, so if they're smart, they should get out of here. Brimstone taking out Cowboy very low, and he is taken out as well.
That Cataclysm locked in both Cowboy and Brimstone, so they could not escape. So Larson's the only one that's left.
Anything.
So this will be an inhibitor tower and probably an inhibitor.
Yeah, so they're going to take the tower. No contest. I mean, Marietta's knocked out at this point. Yeah, so they do take the mid lane inhibitor.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Now Lourdes will back out. Probably reset and then try to get another push in. We're at 22 minutes, and Lourdes is up by almost 13,000 gold.
And really big difference.
Yeah, it's a substantial difference, especially at this point in the game. Lourdes
Marietta doesn't even have a tower yet.
Yeah, Lourdes was just able to assert their dominance in this game. It's not over yet, but you can expect that it'll be over very soon.
They are contesting on the bot tower here. Marietta trying to stop them. Doing all they can. They got the tower down to half. They're not working on it right now, but it looks like they are going to take the tower and try to take that blue inhibitor. All 5 of them are here. They might try to make a final push. Marietta is going to have to stop them here.
Nox does try to go in, but he's going to get burned down. And Cressman's already down as well, so is Brum. So actually all that's left is Brimstone. He's going to try to see if he can get Ezreal. And does get the shutdown, but it might be too little too late.
Yeah, he isn't able to get out there. So they're going to take the other tower, and with all of Marietta down for another 5 seconds, that is going to be the Nexus.
So with that, that will be game 1, and just a dominating performance by Lourdes University. But, all right, so we're just gonna get the lobby here set up here. So just give me a minute as we are trying to take care of that. All right, so let's see here. Try. Not so sure if Marietta wants red side, or if they want to stick with blue. Yeah, so we're just trying to get a couple of things here set up for the lobby here. And Marietta might be going for red side this time. Okay, we'll see if Marietta can get an answer for the way Lourdes performed that game. The thing is, I'm not so sure that there's a way to... I'm not sure what the answer would be actually at this point, because I don't think there's necessarily a champion to ban. Like, if you wanted to ban something out, you could do the Yasuo. But I don't think that alone is going to make a difference. I don't think that's necessarily by itself is going to change.
Honestly, I could see Marietta banning the Mordekaiser.
I think you got a good point there. That could also be another possible ban. But then if you do that, what do you allow? So do you allow the set to play? Do you allow the Ward to come in? So I mean, anytime you're going to ban something, that means that you're going to have to give something up. Yeah, I think we're just still waiting for ready. So the Lourdes is ready. I think Marietta is just still going over a couple things with how they want to adjust their picks and bans. So we will have game 2 up very soon. So as soon as we get that, let's see here, double checking a couple of things here. That's weird. I think there's a client bug. Okay, so yeah, Marietta was ready, but for some reason they weren't seeing the chat. Yeah. Yeah, so everything is ready. So here we go. Game 2, champion select.
Not a problem.
So Lourdes is going to immediately take out this fortune. I wouldn't expect Lourdes to necessarily change anything from last time. We're still seeing the Olaf ban.
I promise.
If you're not, since Lourdes is on the blue side, Marietta does not want them to first pick the Olaf, because if he gets fed, he can 1v9.
Without a doubt. So yeah, they are gonna ban the Mordekaiser.
Actually, Lourdes banned it.
Oh yeah, you are right.
So Marietta will go ahead and ban Aphelios again.
That's surprising. Why do you think they did that?
I suspect that they're gonna first pick a top lane champion that can be countered by Mordekaiser.
Oh, smart.
That's what that's telling me. I'm not too sure what that champion could be. It could be. I'm not good with my type matchups. The only type matchups I'm really good with is Pokemon. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you
like
ever
for
play,
mine, it's for mine, it's Rainbow Six Siege.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
and Marietta will take out Set, so that way Lourdes can't first pick that. Yeah, so they're picking the orange. So I'm going to guess, and I'm sure someone will confirm this in the chat, that if it's orange versus Mordekaiser wins.
Banning him out.
However, Marietta has an answer to Ornn that's not Mordekaiser. And that answer is Shen.
Smart picks from Marietta's side.
In fact, Marietta had this exact matchup yesterday, and Crespin finally figured out how to play Shen into Ornn.
That's awesome. I mean, that'll be extremely beneficial for this counter.
Although, I would say, though, that Lourdes' Ornn is probably going to be better. No disrespect to Valpo. It was a very close match into Game 1 and how things went with Game 2. But I would suspect that Lourdes' Ornn is better than Valpo's Ornn. So, yes, it's a better matchup, but Crespin's still going up against a diamond-leveled player.
Right. He knows how to play this game. He knows how to use his abilities and time it perfectly.
I'm going to guess that Leoto knows how to play this game very, very, very well. If you're at Diamond, you're... Now, let's say, I know some people say, oh, well, anyone can get to, like, Diamond 4, whoop-de-doo. Get to Diamond 3, and then you're a good player. But at least in my book, if you're a Diamond-level player, even if it's Diamond 4, that's still pretty darn good. That's still above average.
more than the majority.
Yes.
So he is going to know how to play this.
Now, while we were talking about Ornn, we do see that Lourdes continued with their the same bot lanes before, Ezreal, Nautilus. Nox decides to go with the Trundle this time instead of Sejuani. I know yesterday Nox had a pretty good game with Trundle. He hasn't really played him a lot, but he didn't like it. And we're seeing the final target bans. So Marietta does take out the Yasuo. They don't want to see it. They take out the Jarvan. They didn't like that either. And Lourdes are going to say, we didn't like that Vigar. Let's take him out.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, get him out of there. And then they took out the Lucian. They don't want to see that either.
Last 2 picks for each team. I am really excited to see.
Yeah, so Marietta still has to pick their carries. And it looks like Larson's going to go with the Vayne. Vayne is an interesting one. I haven't seen Larson play that a lot, but I guess he feels comfortable line picking it. And it looks like Lourdes will be going with Syndra. Well, they haven't locked it in yet, but they are highlighting it. And they do lock in the Syndra. So now we'll see what their last pick is and what they're going to play into the Vayne. Actually, wait, they already have the Echo. What am I thinking? Yeah, not that. I can't think. They already have the Ezreal. So Larson picked Vayne to play against Ezreal. And now we're going to see a Lee Sin for the jungle.
Lee Sin.
Lee Sin is one of those that could be... if he can land his Q, he is deadly. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen this matchup before. I think I saw this yesterday with... Actually, no. Maybe it was... Was it yesterday? Maybe it was. I mean, I remember seeing the Vel'Koz and with his... I believe it was yesterday. I've had too many League of Legends matches this week. I can't keep track of them anymore.
I know.
This is my third one in like 4 days. Yeah, it's been our third League of Legends match in 4 days because we played against Ohio Northern on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we had Valpo yesterday, and now we have Lourdes today.
How did we do on Wednesday against ONU?
It's ONU. They're ranked number 1 in the conference.
Yeah.
You can guess how that went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for their Rainbow Six team, my one friend who goes to another school, he played against them, and they are all champion level players.
Yeah, they have some very high skilled players. They definitely compete in a lot of major tournaments. Mm-hmm. They actually go to quite a few lane tournaments, so they definitely have some highly skilled players.
Well, that's a pretty big engineering program. So it's these kind of stuff like that, a lot of computers.
All right, so we still got about 2.5 minutes left in the delay. But yeah, so we still got about 2 minutes left. So as we were talking about before, just some programming notes. Later on tonight, we'll have our PUBG match at... So we have at 9 o'clock tonight. So that'll be at twitch.tv/collegiate PUBG. And then you have Tuesday, our Fortnite team will be playing in the NACE competition. So this will be the third week of that. And then at some point, then PUBG will be playing against, in the collegiate PUBG on Thursday. And then Rainbow Six will be playing sometime this week.
Yeah.
Could very well be Friday, 8:30. But if that changes, we will let you know on social media. So you got about 1:23 left. Plenty of time to go to our Twitter at Marietta Esports to follow if you haven't done so yet. Or type in facebook.com/Marietta College Esports in your browser and like us there. So that way you can keep track of everything that's going on. Also, speaking of things that's going on, I mentioned this earlier. I'm going to throw this out again because I just love doing shameless plugs. Where we have our team store. It's not really shameless though. I mean, I'm excited about it because the fact that we've been working on this for a while, because people have asked us before, like, when are you guys going to get like shirts and other stuff? Because they would like to. I've actually had people come to me say, I will buy a Marietta Esports shirt if you have it. Mm-hmm. So I've been planning this for like months now. So we have our team store up. So you can go to bit.ly/MCBSN. That's all capitalized. And you can get a Marietta College Esports shirt or a t-shirt or a hoodie or answer shorts. So it's a great way to support the esports program because a portion of each sale goes directly to our program, and your support has definitely helped us grow. Within the past year, we've been able to expand our room, not literally as much as I would love to physically expand the room, but we've been able to add some stuff to support our console gaming campaign. So we have like some furniture, so some nice couches, a TV, we got a Switch, and because of that, we now have a Super Smash Brothers team. Mm-hmm. So we are going to be looking to competing there. In fact, I think Lourdes has a Smash team. So if anyone from Lourdes is listening, we need to try to get some scrims set up.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'll talk to Lamar. He's the coach for Lourdes, and we should try to set up something where we can play against each other just for funsies sometime this semester.
Good practice.
Yep. And then we're also looking into starting up a Call of Duty team. Okay, so we're gonna get a pause. So I'm gonna get the UI set up and still get everything here while we're waiting. But it looks like one player from Lourdes did DC. But I'm still gonna go ahead and get everything set up for that. So just hang tight here for a second here. I'm gonna get all the overlays set up.
Yeah, but as Matt was saying, we are getting looking to get a Call of Duty team formed and started.
Yeah. Actually, as of Friday, we might not have one Call of Duty team. We might have two.
Wow. I know there's a lot of interest. Call of Duty's a very mainstream thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people do love playing it as a high level.
Yeah, I know there were several, like on the baseball team, that play Call of Duty a lot, so they expressed interest in joining. And then several of the Petro majors found out that we're looking into it, and we do see that the player from Lourdes has reconnected, so we should be starting up any second now. But yeah, there's a group of Petro majors that also play Call of Duty, so they're like, can we be on the team, or we have our first practice tomorrow?
Wow,
and we
that's
might
awesome.
actually have to play against each other. So yeah, we went from 0 to possibly 2 Call of Duty teams in like a week. So yeah, the program has been growing quite a bit. So I'm really excited about it. So this all goes back to the fact that your support is helping making this happen. We're getting the word out. You're helping getting the word out by purchasing stuff from our team store, subscribing to our Twitch channel. All that is allowing us to be able to continue to build our program. So thank you so much for that. We wouldn't be where we are today without your help. But all right, the disconnect has been taken care of. Here we go, game 2. Marietta versus Lourdes. Lourdes is on the blue side, Marietta's on the red side. Are we going to see any beginning shenanigans? Marietta saying no, and I think Lourdes is kind of saying no. Yeah, we're not going to see...
No shenanigans, nothing crazy out here.
Yeah, no early invades.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Everyone's just kind of dancing around, having some fun. That is, we do see Larson trying to get onto Ezreal.
It's down to about half health. He is going to have to back off, channel back, and...
Minions have spawned.
I like that skin.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
I'd say Riot Games has made some really cool looking skins.
I don't like that. All the skins are sweet for this.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the police officer, Trundle there with the big stick. You got Gamer Ezreal. I don't know the official names, but
Almost looks like Cloud from Final Fantasy.
pretty much. He kind of looks like him. That's the really cool thing about some of these skins, is that they make some of them look a lot like well-known characters.
Yeah, that's like the inspiration for it.
Like, for example, are you familiar with the character Ramus?
No, I've not.
He's basically, it's not like a turtle, but he's kind of like a turtle with a spiked shell. He rolls around. The only thing he says is okay. So there's this meme where it's just like, okay. This is all he does. But there's a skin. I think it's a legacy skin, so you might not be able to get it anymore.
Yeah.
But he looks like Bowser from Mario Brothers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like a small version of Bowser. It's like baby Bowser almost.
Bowser Jr., that's awesome.
Actually, a lot of training's going on in the top lane between Shen and Ornn.
Yeah.
Both are about actually, Cressman's under half
Getting
health.
low, he has to be careful that he's not down here. He's playing a little aggressive. Both flashes burned. Cressman does get out of there, though. Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna have to channel back.
He was trying to use that same playstyle yesterday when he had Shen go up against Ornn, but it's not working as effectively as yesterday.
And he just doesn't want to get too aggressive here.
And speaking of playing aggressively,
Has to use his barrier, he gets out of there. And
yeah, at that point, Brimstone should not have stayed around there. He was already very low.
he was one hit out.
Yeah, he was. And Syndra punished him for that. And Lee Sin gets the assist. That's even more gold for Lourdes. All right, so we're done. So things have settled down a little bit. Some training going on in the top lane. Once again, Cressman's going to try to get some, but Lee Sin is there.
Yeah, he actually might have could have taken it, but now he does have to back off.
But that's okay. He didn't actually have to, well, to be fair, he already burned his teleport and flash, but he's going to get away without any major issues. Like, Lee Sin could have queued and tried to leap into him, but he'd be under turret, which would not have been a good idea. So, he didn't get a whole lot from it. And actually, despite the trading earlier, Cressman's only down by 2 CS compared to Orn. So, I think Cressman will still be fine. We're going to have to see about Brimstone versus Syndra, because Syndra's already getting a lot of damage onto...
Yeah, Brimstone
yeah, and actually flashes right in and is able to get the finishing blow.
Yeah, he was trying to get away this time, which is a little bit better than the last time, but yeah, he just...
Ever see a great gank attempt there by Nox. Nautilus is having to flash away, but he is still going to fall.
MC, good job chasing him, taking him out, making that more of like a 1-for-1 trade. Somewhat.
Unofficially.
Yeah, unofficially.
And we are seeing that in the bot lane between Vayne and Ezreal, Larson has a 10 CS lead. So I think a lot of this, the big factor here is if Larson can get ahead in the bottom lane. And he did pick the Vayne going into Ezreal. So if he can stay ahead, then that's going to be a huge help when we get into team fights. Brimstone's going to have to be very careful with Syndra. It looks like all Arrow, I think I say pronounce it. I don't know, I can't pronounce people's names for the life of me. I mean, you've seen the, what was it, Keaton Peele skits?
Oh, of course.
The substitute teacher.
Substitute teacher, yeah.
Yeah, trying to pronounce his Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
I'm that guy. And what's funny about that is my brother's name is Aaron, and he got a lot of smack for that that skit. Cause
that's hilarious.
For like a week, they kept calling him Aaron.
Oh, it was huge. That was the big thing for a week. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm that guy. I like the first.
So
day
you do in class?
Well, the first day I'm trying to pronounce everyone's names, and I can never get them right for their life of me. This semester wasn't so bad, but I think like last semester, one of the classes, like I botched up like 3 or 4 names. I felt so bad.
That's how you learn it, right?
Yeah. We're seeing Nox trying to get an gank attempt onto Syndra, but he's going to get stunned. Brimstone's going to come down to try to help, but the Q's going to land.
Does have to burn his flesh. He does get out of there. Does get his barrier up.
And Cressman burns his...
to him.
Yeah, Cressman actually burned the ults to come in to help. I think
is that the ult or the teleport?
No, that's the ult.
Oh, it's ult. Okay.
Yeah, you teleport onto like a ward or a minion, but Shen can ult onto a player.
Which could be really helpful.
Oh yeah, Shen's got a huge global presence, especially with teleport and the ult. Now we're a little over 10 minutes in the game, and Lourdes is up by 1,000 gold, and I mean, part of that is the 2 kills that Syndra has over Vel'Koz, but there's also a big CS difference. Ornn is ahead by 11 CS, Syndra is ahead by, looks like about 24 CS, and now they got the dragon, so that's going to expand the gold lead even more.
So Marietta, they're not too far behind in gold. I mean,
it's being down by this much this early on is not ideal.
It's not ideal, but
it's not the game isn't over yet.
Right.
Now, if they're doing like another 0 for 14 fights and then concede a dragon or Rip Herald like last game, then
yeah,
that might
not
decide it. In fact, I don't think we're going to expect a lane swap because it didn't work in the last game, so I don't think Marietta is going to try to do it again.
Yeah, that really helped contribute to their downfall, so...
Yeah. I think Larson knows that he can take Ezreal, so he just has to make sure he wins that lane and let Cressman try to get ahead in the top lane because he knows how to play into the Ornn, or at least try to stay even. Or actually, I think I spoke too soon.
Yeah, it does look like this is turning out to be a lane swap.
It is a lane swap. So interesting choice to do that. So Marietta better make sure they can get that Rift Herald if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they may feel like
if they miss it like last time, it is not gonna be looking good.
Yeah, I mean,
Larson looking like he is getting caught in the Ornn ult coming out, and it is gonna hit him. He's airborne. Larson has to flash to get out of there, burns his heal. He's at about 50 HP, but Marietta is looking to surround them. Larson does get taken out, but Cowboy chasing him down.
Nox should be able to finish off the Ornn and does get the kill. And they're going to continue to chase Lee Sin. He's only like one hit away.
Yeah.
But he uses the Brawl Ult comes out, and that actually gets the killing blow.
Yeah. That's exactly what he needed, and that's what he did.
Brimstone's got to be careful. He pops his barrier, but he still falls to the Syndra ult. Yeah, I actually thought Lee Sin was about to get away because he can dash onto wards. Because the story behind him is he's blind.
Right.
And so he uses the wards to actually see Yeah, so he can dash on the wards. He can also use the dash onto heroes to give him a shield. So I thought that was going to be good. So a great play by Cowboy to use the ult. I mean, he burned an ult, but he does get a kill out of it,
yeah,
so it is worth it.
It is, without a doubt, worth it. And that does close the gold gap a little bit.
Yeah, and that does allow Marietta to actually get the Rift Herald. So it was worth it to do that lane swap, and I would expect him to swap back. So actually, they're going to Larson and Cowboy are going to rotate to the mid lane.
Gonna watch out for this hammer.
So Crestman is going to get pushed because he's basically getting 2v1. And Marietta's going to use the Rift Herald into the mid lane to try to get some tower plating.
Yeah, and it looks like they might be able to get this tower pretty low. Well,
they'll get most of the plating. We see Brimstone's going to rotate up to the top lane to get some pressure onto Ornn.
Yeah, Ornn is just hitting this tower hard.
He's very tanky. And we're seeing a Skirmish Spawn teleports. I mean, the Shen ult's coming down. And a two-player knock-up by Lourdes. But everyone's very low in health. Lee Sin is just one shot away. Nautilus gets slowed by Braum. Pressman's trying to chase down the Lee Sin. But I think he's getting a little greedy, and he actually falls.
Yeah, he's not able to finish it.
No, that's tunnel vision right there. He saw that Lee Sin was just one hit away, and he was going to try to get the kill, but he was ignoring everyone else around him. I don't want to say that's inting, but I think he just wasn't paying attention to his surroundings and was focusing more on trying to get that kill.
Right. Because they were very low, he just wasn't able to finish it. It's just, they were getting heals and barriers. And
yeah. I think the game goes up for just a second. I hope it comes back. Hello? Hello? There we go.
There we go.
Sometimes that happens.
Just didn't like you.
And now I click on. Okay, there we go. That was weird. But okay, we're back. And the Ornn ult's going to come out trying to catch Brimstone, and it does knock him in the air, and he's going to get very low, and it has to flash.
Good use of a flash. He is low. He's one hit away. It does look like he might be trying to poke, and he is going to channel out of there.
Fortunately, Lee Sin was not nearby. I think if he were, then it would definitely try to go in for the kill. But now we see Crestman's going to go back in the top lane. Larson's now back in the bottom lane, so lanes will reset. But Larson's got to be careful. He is by himself. Cowboy is coming down to help. But right now you have a 401 Syndra. I was about to say, you have a 401 Syndra, who is like practically 60 CS ahead of Brimstone.
Or like 501 now.
It's still... Well, it was before that kill, but
yeah.
That's a very powerful Syndra is what I'm getting at. So Marietta's going to have to respect it. And remember, this guy, he played the Yasuo in game 1 and had a really good game with that Yasuo. So, all Arrow seems like a pretty good mid laner.
Yeah.
Probably more than pretty good. I'm understating that. And Lourdes was able to secure the second dragon. So Crestman's trying to get some damage onto Ornn. And meanwhile, we see his skirmish go out into the mid lane. So Crestman's getting very low, gets knocked up. And maybe one shot away.
He's close. Here helps him out.
He does dash away.
Trying to get out of there.
But the flame breath finished him off. And a big hook there by Nautilus onto Brimstone, and it's enough to get a 3-man gank going to him. And now they're going to continue pushing the tower. That will probably be first tower for Lourdes in this mid lane.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Brawl mode does come out, but nothing connects. But they're going to still try to get some slows onto Syndra.
Very low, yeah.
And Syndra's extremely low, and it's actually a 1-for-1 trade. Larson gets the kill, but Syndra will pop the ult to also get the kill, but the shutdown will go to Larson. But yeah, we're still looking at an over 6,000 gold difference 14.5 minutes into the game. This is not ideal.
No, this is a pretty wide gap. They're also down 2 Drakes. Ocean and an Earth.
Yeah, and a lot of it, I mean, we didn't see the 4-for-0 team fight like in game 1, but what's been happening here is just the solo kills. Like, it's a 10-4. 6 of those kills are onto Syndra.
Right, who has almost an well, not over, but almost, well, close to double CP difference.
Yeah, so in fact, if we look at the gold difference, I mean, actually, Syndra has more than twice the amount of gold that Brimstone has. He's got 7,200 gold versus 3,500.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, so that Syndra cannot be 1v1 at this point. But that also means all the gold is pretty much on Syndra. So if you can take out the Syndra, then the fight, any team fight would become more manageable. But the challenge is going to be trying to get onto Syndra.
Yeah.
So she's got her stun. So you can put down a ball and then stun everyone. If you do that, and then you could also, and if it pops an ult, basically her ult will probably practically one-shot just about anyone on Marietta's side, especially Vayne and Vel'Koz. In fact, even the level difference, I mean, Syndra's level 12.
Yeah, she is really up there.
And the highest level for Marietta is Cressman at level 10 right now. So yeah, Syndra can practically one-shot anyone.
2 9s, 2 8s, yeah. So they're gonna have to watch out for her.
So RCC pings coming out, so it looks like there's gonna be some contention going on in the mid lane, and we do see them getting the jump onto Brimstone. Lee Sin does use the kick, and Brimstone will use his Hourglass, and they all finally comes out, but they all flash away to dodge it. But a good move by Brimstone to get knocked across one of the walls, uses his stopwatch, and allows Cressman to fight. And now we see the Ornn ult coming out. It's not going to connect with anyone. And Lee Sin's going to get away again. Actually, not again. He didn't get away the last time, but he got away this time.
Watch them ride.
And we see that Ornn was going to try to teleport away, but Larson was able to disrupt it. But meanwhile, Ezreal was able to take out Marietta's, their top inhibitor tower. So now the top inhibitor is already exposed.
Looks like they are gonna take Rip Arrow here. It's really no contest from Marietta.
Yeah, I mean, Lourdes is ahead by over 8,000 gold, and we're not even 18 minutes into the game yet. So, but once again, I mean, that big difference is with Lourdes. I mean, I'm not with Lourdes, but with Syndra. I mean, he's ahead by about 40-something hundred. So, like half of the gold difference is because of Syndra's lead. Which means, once again, if they can take out Syndra, the fight becomes more favorable. At least it has to actually kick Cowboy to stay in the game. But they're putting
Cowboy
a lot
flashing out of there. Yeah, knocks Cowboy very low. They're going to have to get out of there.
And Cressman's going to burn the teleport to get into the position. Because Ocean Drake is up.
And it looks like they are going to go for that.
But Marietta's going to look for a way to contest this. But Cowboy's going to have to back away, so Marietta may have to concede this Ocean Drake.
Yeah, then they are going to take that. Along with Rift Herald, they are pretty set.
So we do see that they... That's interesting. Okay, interesting that they chose to summon the Rift Herald that far down in the bot lane. I wonder if it was about to expire, so they just needed to release it so they don't, like, waste it.
Lose it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they might not get anything out of it, but it's better than not getting anything at all. And we see Ornn trying to go into Brimstone, and he uses the barrier, but now Ornn might be possibly caught. Vel'Koz all comes out.
Very tanky, so he is... It will take a lot, but he is getting pretty low. He might get away. He is... No, and he is taken out.
Meanwhile, Cressman's getting very low, but they actually get 2 kills now, but Ezreal gets the kill onto Cressman, so it's a 2 for 1.
They're gonna have to make sure they're not greedy. They are getting a little bit low on health for...
Yeah, and here comes that Syndra.
Yeah, that Syndra is gonna do a lot of damage.
And she hasn't used her ult yet, so she can pick a target to try to delete, but a great stun there by Marietta to kind of keep her in the back line. She's getting willed down a little bit. Yeah, they have to keep their distance from her, because all she has to do is just press R and someone dies.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So we see with that, Lourdes is still up by almost 8,000 gold. So Marietta actually has closed the gap a little bit, but not by much.
I mean, that team fight did help out, but...
I mean, that's actually how they came back in Game 2 yesterday. So, I mean, there were a lot of team fights where it was like a 2 for 1. So it wasn't a huge win, but it was still something to close the gap. Like, they were behind early on, but they kept closing the gap, and they eventually took the lead and won it. And then they used that to win Game 3. So Marietta can still do the same thing here. So despite the fact that they are very far behind, they gotta find the right opportunity to get those picks, to get like 1 person down or 2 person down, or turn a fight into a 2v1 instead of a 1 for 1.
Yeah, that's very beneficial for them right now.
Lourdes is going to try to set up for the Baron, and they're actually going to start the Baron. Marietta has no vision, but they have to know that Lourdes is starting this up, and they are going to try to get around.
They're going to contest it. Might try to steal it.
And they're going to jump right onto Syndra, and she goes down. This is exactly what Mary needs, although Cressman's getting very low, and he's going to go down, so it's a 1 for 1. Depth Charge comes up and actually gets 3 of the Pioneers. Braum ult comes down. Nox hits a shutdown onto Lee Sin, and they get down Ornn, so right now it's a 3 for 1. This is exactly what Marietta needs to get back into the game.
Yeah. That was fantastic execution on Marietta's part.
And it was all because they got Syndra down first.
Yeah. She was the most powerful, and that's exactly what they needed to take her out. And that's what they did. Fantastic execution of Marietta's, and that's how they got their first mid tower.
So now the gold difference is less than almost 6,000. That's still a lot,
but
considering
it closed down about 2,000.
Exactly. I mean, so if they can just keep doing that, they can come back from this. And Ezreal almost got the jump in on Nox there, but he was able to get away just in the nick of time.
Yeah. Marietta gonna reset. Ocean
Drake's in 13 seconds, so I think we're gonna see another team fight there. But here's the thing that's going to be a challenge. Marietta burned a couple of ults, although Vel'Koz's ult is now back up. Shen's ult is up. I think Nox's ult's about to come up. Vayne ult is about to come up. But Braum will not have his ult. Meanwhile, most of Lourdes' ults are up. And they actually get the Ocean Dragon before Marietta was able to engage. But we're looking at a possible engage now going in. A lot of damage going back and forth. Ezreal comes out, and Cowboy's extremely low, has to flash away, but he still falls.
Preston taking a lot of damage and just can't do anything.
He gets hooked in, so it's a 2 for 0.
Marietta needs to back off and take their lead.
Yeah, they tried to force something, but they couldn't do it, and...
That widens the gold difference back again, as you can see.
Well, we're still... It's not that well. I mean, it's a little over 6,000 now. It's a little bit. It's close to 7,000. And they're gonna get this Baron here.
Yeah, with Marietta down, Lourdes is just gonna take this Baron. Really, no contest. I mean, it was gonna be.
That was just they didn't get on Syndra first. I mean, I don't know if Syndra actually got any kills from that, but
she definitely helped.
I think she got some assists, but the damage was split. Like I think Cowboy was in one place and Crest was in another place, and Marietta was not on the same page on who they should focus down. Now we're looking at over 7,000 gold difference with the Baron, and Lourdes is going to be looking to expand that gold lead. We see Lourdes is pressuring the mid lane. And they're going to try to continue to siege it. They don't have any cannon minions just yet, but the next wave might have it.
Tower is low.
Yeah, there's the cannon minion. And Syndra is going to get noted, but she's going to get the stun onto Brimstone. And he's going to have to back away because he's already dangerously low in health.
Yeah.
Ezreal actually tried to finish him off.
He should back up now while he has the chance.
He's going to have to.
Go heal up.
Which is also going to give Lourdes a numbers advantage because they're all still there. And that cannon minion is just going to keep wailing on that tower.
Yeah, it looks like Ornn is up here at the top. Trying to put some pressure on from
and now Lourdes has 2 Baron powered cannon minions. And they're going to get that tower down. And they're going to work in the inhibitor. And now we see the Ornn ult coming out. And a double knockup by Ornn. Larson is down, so Marietta's primary damage is down, but Lee Sin is down thanks to Brimstone's ult. But it's still a 2 for 1 in favor of Lourdes. Now it's a 3 for 1. And Nox is the only one that's up, and this might be enough to finish the game. Inhibitor is down. The Canyon minions are still up.
Yeah, and the next wave of minions are coming.
Yeah, and the first person that won't be up for another 18 seconds. So first Nexus Tower is down. Nox is going to try something, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. And there is the ace. And there you have it. So with that, Lourdes will take the series 2-0. I mean, overall, Marietta played better in game. I think they played better in game 2. But the Syndra got too far ahead because like over half the gold lead for Lourdes was on Syndra. The one time they won a fight was because they got Syndra down.
Yeah.
So if they were able to keep that up, but the problem there is they're just able to keep poking. Like Brimstone was poked down so much that he couldn't do a whole lot without being one-shotted. So not much you can do there.
Yeah, I mean, valiant effort from the Pioneers, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely a good effort. I mean, I don't think that anyone should be overly disappointed with how they performed. I mean, Lourdes was undefeated this. We were looking at the stats earlier. Lourdes is undefeated this semester, and they've 2-0'd every single team they've played.
Yeah.
So they're. I don't know what they did between last semester and this semester. Maybe they recruited some people who transferred. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Lamar what he did. But
his secret.
Yeah, what's your secret formula? But anyway, congratulations to Lourdes for their win. It was a good game. So that's going to be it for us here. As I mentioned earlier, there will be an Overwatch match later on, but we will not be able to broadcast it because it is during Overwatch League. Our PUBG team will be playing tonight at 9 o'clock. So please be sure to go to Collegiate PUBG to check out the Pioneers. Please cheer them on. They've been doing a fantastic job this season, and we want to see them advance to the playoffs. And as I mentioned earlier, we have our Fortnite match at Tuesday, 8 o'clock, PUBG Thursday at 9 o'clock, and then Rainbow Six sometime this week. So to find out the exact time, you're gonna have to follow us on Twitter at Marietta Esports or Facebook.com/Marietta College Esports, because that's when we'll get that information out to you. All right, so that's going to be it for us today.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.